So if you've logged into Fortnite recently, you would have noticed some weird things going on in the Box PvP tab. It's pretty much just a bunch of copy and pasted superhero box fights going under different names. For an example, you could play as your favorite anime character, and then go to playing as a cripple with a pump shotgun in a wheelchair. Yeah, some of these box fights are pretty wild. So wild, in fact, we got Stephen Hawking in Fortnite before GTA 6. But this is just one of the many I've found while browsing the Box PvP section. So I thought it'd be a great idea to take it upon myself to look at all of these Box PvPs and figure out which one's the weirdest one, the most creative one, or just the most normal one. Alright, I've been talking long enough, so without further ado, let's dive straight into these very weird but interesting Box PvP maps. So, to help organize, I put each of these maps in the categories. The first one is a normal Box PvP map. Nothing special about it, just a blue AR, purple pump, with some heals. The second one, we got the creative ones. The ones that people put a lot of thought into and ended up making a pretty good map. And then for the third one, we have the anime section. I mean, this is its own section because the anime ones are creative, goofy, and pretty normal all at the same time. So anime gets its own section. And the fourth and final segment is the weird section. This one has all the weird box fights. That was actually the inspiration for this video in the first place. So with all that said, let's get to the first category. So there's nothing really special about this one. It's just a normal Box PvP. The only thing special about it is that it's the original box fights. And there's not that much else to say. So yeah, that's it. On to the next section. So the first creative box fight I chose was this history one I found with a bunch of historic figures like George Washington, Abraham Lincoln, Helen Keller, Michael Jackson, Muhammad Ali, some gods from Egypt, I'm pretty sure, and a lot of other characters. But what I really found interesting about this box fight is the history aspect. You know, this whole thing is based off of history, but when you die, it gives you a message of what each person did, which I thought was pretty cool and well informative. So all the 9-year-olds playing this can figure out what Abraham Lincoln did, or what George Washington or Helen Keller did. So I thought that was pretty interesting, and this one is definitely one of the best ones out there. Next up is the minigame box fight. This one's pretty self-explanatory. It's just a box fight with the minigames. It's really fun to play with friends, and I played this one a lot actually. When you load in, you get an option to pick between 3 different minigames, and they're all pretty good. Some are bad, but most of them are good. This one is also one of the better box fights, and I would definitely recommend to play it if you haven't already. The last one in this category is Ultimate Box PvP. This one is one of the superhero ones, but it's actually made pretty well. You get these weird superpowers that allow you to do different things, and you just kill people with it, and it's a pretty fun box fight. I played this one a lot. It's not my favorite, but it is really good. But some of the anime ones are better, and we're about to get into that now. The anime box fights, in my opinion, are definitely the best ones I've played so far. Every single one, for the most part, are made really good and had a lot of thought put into it. I played these ones the most out of all the different box fights, and the first one I'm starting with is the Jujutsu Box Fight. This anime one is amazing. It has all the powers from the anime made perfectly, pretty much accurate to the anime, almost. And they're all super fun to play. Like, you can play as Gojo and Sukuna and both pop their domain expansion. Sukuna gives you literal aimbot, and Gojo allows you to fly, and I think it gives you double damage, and you're not allowed to build in any of the domain expansions. There is Megumi, but you know, his domain expansion is pretty shitty. And there's this one other power that I would rather show you than try to explain it. Can't defeat the laser beam from Choso. Mr. Oh my fucking god, are you serious? No! No! Dude! What the fuck is that? He's hitting the gritty, bro. No! This is not fair. Yeah, you cannot change my opinion. This is definitely the best Fortnite box fight. Well, enough of Jujutsu Kaisen. Let's go to the next one. This box fight is the Attack on Titan box fight. It's pretty good, but it definitely does need some work. I'm pretty sure you can play as all the characters. I never got Eren, but I did get Armin, which gives you 2 lives. Mikasa, Levi, you know, just makes you do more damage or whatever. But it is pretty good, but I do think it's a bit of a copy and paste of the other ones, just with Attack on Titan on it. Some powers are pretty creative, but I know this can be way better and, like, be amazing. Almost better than Jujutsu Kaisen one, so I really hope this one gets updated and gets better. But it is pretty good, so I would try it out. And for the last anime box fight, we have the Demon Slayer box fight. You know, this one is not really the best, but it is pretty decent. I played it and there wasn't that many players playing it, so I couldn't test out all the characters that there are. But I know there is Zenitsu, Akaza, and Rengoku. Those are the ones I got. And their powers are pretty decent. And some of them are copy and pasted, but some of them are also original to the Demon Slayer box fight. I would recommend this one, but there's just not enough players playing it right now. Unless there is, because I played this a few days ago and I haven't checked on it since. But maybe it does have new players, but this one is pretty good, so how about we try to get it some more players, you know? That'd be pretty nice. And that is the end of the anime box fights. There are more, but they're really crappy and more copy and pasted. It's pretty boring. So let's get on to what this whole video's been about in the first place. So this is the box fight where imagination really ran a bit too wild. This is the one I showed at the beginning of the video, and yeah, as you can see, I'm in a wheelchair playing as Stephen Hawking with a pumped shotgun. Pretty much all of these box fights consist of a bunch of controversial things put into superpowers in Fortnite. You know, don't get me wrong, this is fucking super fun to play, especially with friends. It's a really good time, especially if your friend group is a bit deranged. And this box fight is one of the good ones. Some are just really crappily made with a very sus looking title. So this is just one of them. Now let's go to all the rest of them. So while looking for more box fights, I was scrolling through all the brain rot until I saw this one. Now, like, I saw that, I was like, how is this even on Fortnite? I mean, I know it's the country, but still, man, that's pretty messed up. So I loaded in and found a very poorly made selection screen and a very poorly made box fight. You know, I was like, it can't be that bad. It's still a box fight, but, you know, that's it. It's literally a racist box fight. You know, this is probably this is getting off the rails, man. I don't even know what's happening anymore. And let's go check out the rest of them. There's even more. So this box fight is called Kabab Box PvP. You know, some of these are just stupid. I mean, who thought about this? Who thought it'd be a good idea to make a box fight about kebabs? You know, there's multiple different kebabs in this one. Each kebab gives you a different type of power. Look at that one. Burning kebab. I get a burning loadout. You know, I just think that these guys asked AIs what box fights to make, and they just came up with, you know, the kebab one. But there's even more. Don't get me wrong. There's more than just a kebab. There's more than just a kebab. So I was here thinking, no, it can't get any worse, but I was fucking wrong. We got Zest Box PvP. I load in, you know, whoever Dreamy Bull is, I got him, but he spawns clones. But don't forget, with Zest, that's very important. You know, some of these box fights just, I can't even think of a description for them anymore. They're just so stupid and goofy and gay, man. Like, look at this. Who made this? Who did the fucking research to figure this out? At this rate, I don't know if they're trying to be respectful or just trying to be racist. You know, AOT Box PvP, I don't know. But I joined it, and the first power I got was the fighter, and double the mass, double the damage. You know, that's a sweet power, you know. Still can't understand, is this racist? Is this racist? And look at, we're dueling now. Fisher, you get fucking clapped. He's gone. But it's just all confusing, you know. Look at this one's even got a ranking system. Look at that rank. 47 out of 50, I'm almost bronze 2. But I think this is enough. I don't think I can play more of these stupid box fights. They're made, like, this one's not even that bad. It's just like, why? You have all this creativity, yet you make AOT box fights. Come on, man. Make something better. Please save us all from this mistake of a box fight. So those were all the box fights that I found. There are a lot more, but like I said before, most of them are just copy and pasted with different names with the same powers. If I missed any box fights you played, put them in the comments, and if you want to play any of these ones you saw in the video, they will all be in the description titled with names so you know exactly which one to play. And all of this was just my opinions, so don't get mad at me. These are literally Fortnite box PvPs. If you want to say your opinion, put it in the comments. I'll read them. But this seems to be the end of the video. So if you liked it, please subscribe, like the video, and I hope you guys all have a good rest of your day. And I will catch you all in the next video. Goodbye.